Kia ora and welcome along to Monday's look at the weather from us here at Metservice. Now you can see on the satellite charts some nice clearer skies across the North Island to start the day. Bit of a change to that wet weather we've had over the last week, but there is a front just waiting out towards the west there. You can see that area of cloud. That's some rainfall. It's already been pushing on towards that western coast of the South Island. That's going to carry on moving across us as we head through the rest of the day today. Some more heavy falls of rain down across those ranges of Westland as we head through in towards the afternoon. Evening time, there is a severe weather warning out for you guys. But you can see that wet weather moves on towards the North Island as we go through the night time tonight. And again, perhaps some more wet weather back with us on that eastern coast as we head through the night time and in towards the very early hours of Tuesday morning. But like I say, we have got that severe weather warning down across the ranges of west and south of Otira, right the way through to about 9 o'clock tonight. In terms of rainfall totals, another 30 to 50 millimetres of rain on top of what we've already had over the last day or so. So not huge compared to what you're used to down there, but I think we are still looking at a fairly wet story as we go through the rest of this afternoon. As we head on in towards Tuesday, you can see this rain quickly clears away from the North Island, and we should be finding some brighter weather back towards the site for the likes of, say, Gisborne, Tairafti and the Bay of Plenty as we head through towards the early hours of the morning for Tuesday. Keep an eye on this area of low pressure, though. That is set to push back towards this more central part of the country, bringing some wetter weather through there. On the other side, out towards the west, we find our winds coming up from the far south and west. We'll start to find a few more showers still kicking around that western coast. But generally, I think we'll find some brighter skies and some sunshine even as we head through in towards the daytime itself. So here we are as we go through Tuesday. That low pressure dives down towards the South Island, wrapping around that fair amount of cloud and wet weather. Where this low goes will be the main driving force to who gets that wettest weather. A little bit to the south, it's more down towards Otago. A little bit further northwards, we'll find that rain wrapping around in towards, say, Wellington and Wairarapa. Well worth keeping up to date with the forecast. There's still a fair bit of variety and uncertainty in where that low pressure system goes. So it's worth keeping up to date with the latest forecast, especially around those central parts of the country. Out towards, say, Auckland, Northland, a few showers to watch out for, but hopefully not a bad looking day and generally becoming drier out towards the Bay of Plenty, Coromandel and up in towards Tairafti as well. But we'll have a look at the North Island. You can see we start off with a bit more cloud. This clears away. We should find the east coast is an improving story. A bit of misty, murky start through parts of Waikato, but that should clear off and up and away. You can see we're left with that southwesterly feed of air. And that brings a few showers through Northland, Auckland and down towards Waikato. As we head through towards the end of the day, I think we'll find more scattered showers springing up back across the likes of, say, Wanganui and down towards Manawatu and even in towards Wellington. Still a fair gap between them, I think, but I think we are going to find it does turn cloudier later on in the day down across that more southern part of the North Island. But some of the better weather will be up towards, say, the Coromandel and the Bay of Plenty as we head through Tuesday. But do keep an eye on the forecast. We have got some wetter weather overnight tonight, Monday into Tuesday. In terms of our temperatures, we're looking at highs back to around about 12s and 13s for, say, Taupo and Rotorua, up towards the far northern parts of our patch, 15 and 16. And I think there returns some slightly cooler temperatures as we go through towards the central parts of the North Side. Worth saying, as we head on towards this weekend and the start of July, we'll find our winds turning much more southwesterly, and those cold temperatures could be a feature of the weather as we go through towards the start of next week. Let's head down towards the South Island. Now we start off with some clear skies, a bit of early morning mist and fog in some of those valleys down south, a few showers around the likes of Fiordland. Watch as we go through the daytime though, that cloud feeding in with that low pressure, and along with that some wet weather as well, pushing in towards the likes of, say, Marlborough and Canterbury, northern parts of Canterbury at least, through the afternoon, and then spreading southwards as we head in towards the evening. A fair bit of cloud preceding that, but generally that western coast looking to be a better day, so brighter and drier as we head through towards Tuesday compared to more of a cloudier day out on the eastern side. Like I say, there is still a fair bit of uncertainty about where that rain wraps round, but there could be some heavy falls in there, so do keep an eye on the forecast. I think there is going to be generally a cloudier story out on that eastern coast, that rain just spreading further south as we head through the daytime. Here's a look at our temperatures as we go through in towards Tuesday as well. Temperatures down in the far south there, 3 degrees Celsius, our overnight minimum for Queenstown as we go through into the early hours of Wednesday morning. Speaking of Wednesday, here's how things pan out. Another area of low pressure runs back in towards that central part of New Zealand. Could well bring some more cloud and wet weather back in towards those southern parts of Wellington, Wairarapa, and also in towards Marlborough and Canterbury once more. So the other side of the country will be back into those southwesterly winds. These may become a fairly key feature as we head in towards, say, Friday and Saturday, really strengthening up those southwesterly winds. Could be rather a blustery end to the week. A few showers rushing through with those as well. Some colder air back with us as well, and with that wind making it feel fairly cold indeed. But we have got rather a messy situation for that middle part of the week, with that low pressure close by pushing that wet weather on towards the eastern coast. So if you're looking for the best of the brightness, head towards that western coast once again. Places like Hokitika and Greymouth, the place to be as we head through Wednesday. That's it from me. It's from Metservice.com.